Are you receiving a lot of unwanted cold calls? Our advisors will be able to...
No, but you are, and you do nothing about them. Come on.
Morning, you're through to Action First. Thanks for your patience and holding.
That's okay, I'm used to it.
My name's Zoe. Can I start by taking your name?
Your name's who, sorry?
Zoe.
Loie?
Zoe.
Zoe? Yes. Oh, as in Zoe Billingham? The Royal Constabulary Director? Okay. Zoe, look, I need to expose a major fraud.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll take a report from you today, okay? Can I take your full name, please?
John Alexander Patterson, Patterson.
Okay.
That's Patterson with one T, no sugar.
Okay. And it's Alexander, Alexander.
Yep.
Okay. And John is John.
Correct.
Perfect. And could I just take a contact number just in case our line is disconnected today?
01323
01323
30
30
1963.
1963. Perfect. And how can I help you today? What's happened?
For the last 3 years, I have reported to the Sussex Police the biggest criminal network, fraud, theft, blackmail, money laundering, murder, paedophilia, the biggest organised crime network in the history of the world. It is so big and it involves so many politicians that they don't know how to expose this to the public. So I've been doing it. I've been doing it.
So what has Sussex Police said about this?
They told me to contact Sergeant Mullins. So I went to see Sergeant Mullins and I was arrested and I was bunged in Lewes prison for 21 days, fined £2,000, banned from overseas travelling for 12 months, and I've been through hell. Now.
Okay, so why did he do that? So you were told to speak to Sergeant Mullins?
Yes, because I was supposed to appear in court on the 3rd of September 2015, and they literally threw me out of the court. They assaulted several of the friends I was with because they called the riot police.
Why were you meant to? Why were you meant to appear in court?
They did not want me to produce the evidence I have on fraud, theft, money laundering and corruption. So they bunged me in Lewes prison for 21 days.
So you were to appear in court as what were you appearing in court as?
I was supposed to appear in court for assaulting the police and malicious broadcasting. And they would not let me appear in my own court hearing. So I went into... They had adjourned the court to another date, they didn't even tell me. So I went into Seaford Police Station and I spoke to Sergeant Mullins and I said, listen, is there a warrant for my arrest? He said yes, and I was arrested again. Now fortunately I had a hidden camera on me and I posted that recording on Mixcloud. Madam, look, you have to understand, I have 100% forensic evidence from an ex-Royal Air Force whistleblower by the name of Gordon Bowden. I'm also aiding the Royal Commission into organised crime. It's the first of this kind of Royal Commission in over 330 years.
Okay, so...
Now then, the reason you don't know anything about it is because this is being suppressed and blocked by the BBC, of all people. That's how serious it is.
Okay, so can I just confirm that you said that you were meant to appear in court on the 3rd of September 2015 for assault on a police officer and malicious online broadcasting, is that right?
Yes, in Eastbourne, A year previously, it was on the 11th of July. A friend of mine, who was a cancer patient, was being assaulted by 2 police officers.
Okay.
I'd gone with her to help her get her car MOT'd in Quick Fit in Eastbourne.
Okay.
She was assaulted for no reason.
Why? Do you know what happened? What?
Yes, I'll tell you what happened.
Okay.
They tried to wrench her arm behind her back to handcuff her, and she was in extreme pain because she had all her lymph glands removed in the operation. I stepped in to help her. I was pushed hard in the chest twice and told to stand back. Another car pulled up, police car, so I ran to the other police car and I said, tell those 2 thugs to stop assaulting my friend. They jumped out the car, got me in a bear hug, handcuffed me, and they put me in bloody Eastbourne Custody Centre for 8 hours. They wouldn't let me make a phone call. They wouldn't be called.
Why did they come in and arrest her though? What did she do?
Nothing. We'd just come back from the beach to pick her car up.
Okay.
And the manager said, oh, it's going to be another 5 minutes. We're just doing the paperwork. Now, it was a hot day, fortunately, so we didn't wait inside. We sat on the wall outside. Now, fortunately, we sat right beneath a CCTV camera, street camera. For no reason at all, they approached us and they said, we want to search you. You're acting suspiciously. I said, I beg your pardon. I was sitting on the wall having a coffee. As I stood up, this thug pushed me hard in the chest twice. If he hadn't had a police uniform, I tell you, I would have punched him on the nose.
Okay.
So we did nothing. Now, I was being intimidated because of the fraud I exposed a year previous to Sussex Police.
So what exactly was it did you go to the police about this?
Madam, I've been to the police. I've been to number 10 Downing Street. I've been to Fenchurch Street Police Station with my hidden camera. Every police officer in this country knows about this fraud. Every member of Parliament knows about this fraud. This guy, you've heard of Godfrey Bloom, ex-UKIP MEP.
Okay, yeah.
I met him on the 5th of November outside the BBC. And he's passed all my evidence to Nigel Farage.
Right, okay, yeah.
So, I hope you're beginning to understand how big this is. For the last 40 years, madam, all the tax money you've paid has been stolen and extracted into offshore accounts using hundreds of thousands of fake oil, gas and mining companies. They've busted the pension funds, the police pension funds. My pension fund is busted. All the banks are in the red because of the criminal network I have been trying to expose.
Okay.
Now, do you understand how big this is?
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Good, because I've been sweating. Sorry.
Okay, so because we are the National Fraud and Crime Reporting Centre, okay?
Yes.
So, what is fraudulent here?
What is fraudulent? Well, it's the biggest. It's okay.
Example.
Barclays Bank directors are involved in this conspiracy. It's fraud on a scale that's unimaginable. It's the biggest fraud in the history of the world. And you keep asking me what the fraud's all about. I have all the evidence, madam.
No, I understand that, okay? But obviously I've got to summarise what you're telling me.
Okay, summarise it this way. I am reporting fraud, theft, money laundering, blackmail, paedophilia linked to senior politicians. That's it in a nutshell.
Right, okay.
And all I need is for some honest detectives to come round to my house, go through the documents, to do something about it. Start arresting these people. They're scumbags. Excuse my French. But I get very angry over this because I was bloody falsely imprisoned for trying to save the assets of this country. And I warned Sergeant Mullins that I would be coming after Sussex Police. Now, since then, We've also linked Surrey Police and Kent Police into it. Kent Police stole a friend of mine's farm in Kent because the water was good. They grew marijuana on it after they bunged him in prison on fitted up charges. They grew marijuana and they used the proceeds of crime to pay top judges, police officers.
What police was that, sorry?
Kent, Surrey and Sussex Police. I can give you all their names. They were also importing hard drugs from Kent. Police, politicians, top judges are all involved.
Oh, okay. Okay. What I'm going to do, mate, if it's okay with you, is just place you on a short hold while I speak to my manager about this, just to get...
Yes, I can tell you what's going to happen, madam.
Yes.
I can tell you exactly what's going to happen, because this has been happening to me for 3 years. He will do nothing, and I'll tell you why. Because this criminal network is being protected by high-level Freemasons. No one is capable of doing anything about it, madam. If they were, they would have arrested these people 20 years ago. This fraud's been going on for 40 years. Why do you think the country is bankrupt?
No, I understand that.
Thank you. I'm glad you understand, because I've been sweating blood trying to make people understand.
No, I do understand. Okay,
Thank you.
I understand your concerns and things like that, but obviously I do need to just confirm with my manager what
Good.
this and what I can, if I can take a report and
Excellent.
what suggest you do, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, now only back up a minute, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
This is going out to all my friends on Facebook. And you need to make this viral, and you need to contact your own Member of Parliament. Don't leave it all to me. Maria Caulfield, my MP, has bloody blocked her email account, so I can't get through to her. You need to contact your local MPs. Get off your asses and do something. Don't sit on Facebook all day clicking like or dislike. The Rothschilds this, Rothschilds that. We're going to take the Rothschilds down, and the criminal network that are protecting them. That's what we're going to do. You've got to help me. Don't leave all this up to me or Gordon Bowden. We need your help. I've had enough. They've accused me of murdering my own fucking ex-wife, who's alive and kicking in Northern California. She manages an organic farm. These bastards at Hoaxted Research have accused me of murdering my own fucking wife. Fucking bastards. I always try not to swear, but people listening to this completely understand that what I say is what you think, and you would love to say what I think. Some of you won't even share this on Facebook because you're scared of what your family and friends might think. Well, fuck you. Thank God for Andy Peacher, Gordon Bowden, Brian Setchfield. There's names of people that I can't thank, but you know who you are. People that share my posts. You know who you are. We're going to end this. I'm telling you, we're going to end this before Christmas. I'm going on the SGT report on the 19th of December. Finally, Sean got back to me and apologised. He thought I was making all this up. He finally got back to me, and I've got a slot for the 19th of December, which is 12 noon GMT and 6 PM Eastern Standard Time. Anyway, it's 6 PM in the States, 12 AM in the UK. I want everybody to listen in. It's priority. You must listen in. And I want everybody on Facebook to listen in. And I want everybody on Facebook to share this information. I'm going to tell you now what this guy's going to do when he comes back. He's going to tell me there's nothing they can do about it. I'm not a gambling man. I've worked in casinos all my life. I managed casinos on 5-star luxury cruise liners for 20 years. he's going to tell me there's nothing he can do about it. Or he'll pass me on to someone else. He'll say, oh, contact your local police station, which I've already done. But they'll pass the buck. They always pass the buck. But that's okay because I've got it on record now. And you're not going to pass the buck. You're not going to tell me to stop tagging you. Or as Phil McConnell's new wife said, take me off your mailing list when I've sweated blood bloody promoting Able Danger. I've been abused by one of their guys, bloody Tim Hagiwara, over in Japan. I told him to fuck off and go and eat some gefilte fish sushi. I've had enough of these people. So-called bloody truthers. I'm sick of it. I've had enough. Now the reason they had waited so long is because her supervisor is shitting himself because there's nothing they can do about it. There's nothing anyone can do about this except us. We're the only ones that can stop this. I need to calm down.
Whether you want to buy the Sunday Express or the Sunday Times or the Sunday Telegraph, or if you're retarded, the Sunday Mirror.
Yeah, exactly.
You go down to your corner shop and you say, I'd like the Sunday Times, please. And they say, right, oh, that'll be £1.50 or whatever it is. By the way, you have to buy the state newspaper. You have to buy the British Bugle or whatever they want to call it. It's a state newspaper. Otherwise, we can't show you the Sunday Times. And that's actually what's happening, isn't it? I don't want to watch the bloody BBC.
Hello?
Thank you very much. So don't threaten to kick my door down and send me to prison, and millions of us are the same.
Well, they fucking sent me to prison. An innocent man. I warned Sussex police I'd be coming after them. So I will be. And DC Grimwood, who stole my all my equipment on the 8th of May, failed to respond to me now. I wonder why. Yeah, I know why. Scumbags. Or every one of them. Total scumbags. Not him. He's a decent man. I've met him. When I showed him some of the documents I have, I mean the look on his face. He said, I'm shocked, but I can quite believe it. He knows. You've just heard him. This guy who was the organiser, he was on a walk. He had a walking stick. I don't know why he's wearing a poppy. He doesn't understand what that means. No one understands what it means. And where do you think where do you think the funds go for that poppy appeal? Poppy appeal. Do you think it goes to those soldiers? Of course it doesn't. Come on. Oh God, this is just. Look, it's another good day because, and this isn't the first time I've contacted Action Fraud Network. I've contacted the National Crime Agency. These people have all got my name on their computers. Hello?
Hello John, it's Zoe from Action Fraud. Sorry about your wait there, okay? So I have discussed this with a manager, okay? So unfortunately the only thing I can really take a report on is the money laundering, okay? And when it comes to assault and things like that, you would need to report that to the independent police.
Listen, I'm not bothered about being assaulted. I've got a bloody I've still got a scar on my nose when I was punched on the nose outside the Royal Courts of Justice. I don't want to report assault. I get into punch-ups all the time over this. I want to report the fraud, madam.
Okay.
Please.
The only only thing we can take the report on is the money laundering. Do you have information on the money laundering?
Yes, I have 180. I have madam, please let me finish. You've asked me if I have evidence. I have 180 arch lever files, and I also can provide you with the phone number from the ex-Royal Air Force whistleblower Gordon Bowden, who uncovered this fraud 18 years ago. I have all the evidence you need. You would need a few months to go through it, but you're welcome to as much evidence as you need. It's fraud on a scale that's beyond your imagination. They've robbed the future of your children and grandchildren for their own personal greed. The money has been extracted into offshore accounts. It's hundreds of billions of pounds. We know where the money is. We have all the paper trails. All we need the police to do is go there and grab it and put it back into the treasury, and then they can buy new cars, and their jobs won't be outsourced to G4S.
Okay. Okay. So, as I've said, I can take a report on the money laundering. Okay. When did this start? Do you know?
It's been going on for 40 years, madam. It started in the days of Margaret Thatcher when she was MP for North Finchley, and Finchley Road is the Zionist area of London. It's linked to the Mossad, Israel and the SAS. So yes, it started in the days of Margaret Thatcher.
Okay. So can you just tell me some information about what you've got on that, please?
I've got at least 40 years hard forensic evidence on money laundering, fraud, theft, money laundering, blackmail, murder and paedophilia. What else would you like to know?
Okay, so as I've said, when it comes to theft, blackmail, paedophilia, we cannot take reports on that.
No, madam,
okay?
but you see the fraud
I guess it's all
is
linked
connected,
together, I understand that.
the fraud is connected to everything. Fraud is fraud. And what's fraud all about? It's fraud linked to blackmail, money laundering, paedophilia and murder. That's what fraud is. The British Treasury has been fraudulently extract. Look. There's hundreds of billions of pounds being extracted from the UK Treasury over the last 40 years. That's fraud.
Okay.
It's not a walk in the park. It's not Mickey Mouse. It's fraud.
No, I understand that, as I've said. Okay. So, how much are you talking here?
Hundreds of billions of pounds. It could run into trillions of pounds. That's money that should have gone on national health, schools, infrastructure, the police.
Okay. Okay.
That's the scale of it.
Okay.
Yep. I'm sorry, I get really annoyed over this. I've been sweating blood trying to get this
I understand that, but
out.
obviously I'm only trying to help you, okay?
Thank you. I do appreciate. Yeah, I appreciate it.
So you're wanting to report money laundering linked to the Kent Police, Surrey Police, Sussex Police, is that right?
Yes, senior politicians, executives at the BBC, members of the entertainment industry. I'm talking about the Beckhams, Victoria and David Beckham, Jeremy Clarkson. All these people are connected. It runs into the police, the military, entertainment, the news.
Can you just slow down, because I'm obviously typing this, okay? Just give me one.
Isn't this recorded?
Sorry?
Isn't this recorded?
Yes.
Oh, good. I would just like to say it's been recorded at this end as well.
Yes, no, that's absolutely
This is for my own personal safety. I've had death threats. One of our contacts and his two sons have been threatened with murder, and we have all that recorded. Police don't want to know. They've more or less told me to F off.
Okay.
The DC Greenwood from Surrey Police. He's more or less told me to F off. Don't contact him anymore.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm.
Reported this, yeah?
Sorry?
That's when you reported this?
No, I reported this years ago, but DC Grimwood came round to my house on the 8th of May and bloody raided my home. Took my laptop. He took 2 laptops, a mobile phone, an external hard drive, and all I've got back is my mobile phone and 1 laptop. The rest of my equipment is with the Crown Prosecution Service, but the Crown Prosecution Service is another corrupt government institution. So I've been going round in circles, madam. I'm going round in circles. There is no one in this country can help me. The police, the politicians, Action Fraud Network, the National Crime Agency, my local politician has blocked me from her email address. I can't even get through to her, Maria Caulfield. I reported this to my last MP, Norman Baker. When I sent in the evidence, he never got back to me. The next thing, he was kicked. He lost his seat in Parliament. No one can help us, madam. It's up to the citizens. All you have to do is go and visit your local member of Parliament and ask her a few questions. Only the citizens can save this country from this fraud. No one else is prepared to do it because it's all being protected by high-level Freemasons.
Okay.
They swear an oath to protect their fellow brothers.
Okay. Just bear with me, so I'm just typing out what you told me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All I want to do is go and learn, play a few extra tunes on my guitar. I've never had a chance to do it. Been up since 4 o'clock this morning. Had 4 cups of coffee.
Sorry, just bear with me.
Thank you.
Just getting up the report now, just give me 1 minute.
Thank you very much. The committee of 300.
Okay. Okay, so this report will take me about 10 to 15 minutes to complete, okay?
Say again, sorry?
This report will take me about 10 to 15 minutes to complete, is that okay?
Oh, you want me to hold on?
Yeah, because I need to take information from you.
Oh, no problem, I'll hold on.
Okay, so just so you're aware here at Action Fraud, we take calls and generate reports on behalf of the police, okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
Right now, I know for a fact that these batteries won't last out. So I've got.
Okay. So
Sorry.
as we've got quite a few suspects within this, okay, I'm just going to put it in my summary to press all that information in there. Is that okay? Just because you can only put in 3 suspects in our report itself, okay?
So you still want me to hang on 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll try to be as quickly as possible for you, okay? Don't worry about that.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So I'm just going to go over my summary, okay? So you said that the money laundering is linked to Kent Police, Surrey and Sussex Police, the BBC and the senior politicians?
Oh yes. And I can prove, look, madam, I would not waste police time, and I know it would be a criminal offence for me to make a statement that was false.
Yeah.
I can, what I'm telling you now, I can back up 100%.
That's fine, that's okay.
Thank you.
I have no right to not believe you.
Well, all you have to do is Google my name. I'm all over the internet. Just Google John Patterson, fraud, theft and money laundering. Now these people, this criminal fraud network, although they control the BBC, they haven't got control of the internet, thank God.
Okay. So have you been posting on social media and things like that?
Oh, I have 5,000 followers on Facebook. I publish on the Internet Archive. I've got several YouTube channels. I publish on LinkedIn. I'm all over the world, madam. I'm everywhere.
Okay.
Every time they try and stop me, I come back 100-fold strong.
Okay.
I sit up. Sometimes I work through the night, through the next day. My maximum I've gone so far is 3 days and nights non-stop, without sleep, trying to get this information.
Trying to get all the information together, yeah.
And I'll be doing the same this evening.
Do you have any suspect bank details or anything?
Suspect bank details?
Yeah. This is part of our process and the reporting system.
Explain what you mean. I thought I've given you enough details.
Okay, so I mean bank details, so account numbers, sort codes, how much money there is, what bank they're with.
Yes, well that you would have to obtain off of the ex-Royal Air Force whistleblower Gordon Bowden. He has all that. All I'm doing is trying to push out this research.
Okay, that's fine.
He's a friend of mine. I've seen, I've only seen a handful of the documents. he's got a double wardrobe stacked with them. So
This has all started about 40 years ago.
Yes, it's possibly longer. Well, actually, it's been going on for centuries.
Okay.
But our knowledge takes us back 40 years.